Happy Tuesday, or whatever day it is, to be honest with you. So just want to say happy day, happy new day. I pray all is well. Woo! So let's get into this Fit Collective message that I have for you today. So I have been asked whether or not I'm going to ever convert back to just eating meat. And I just want to come through and say this. Absolutely not. Okay? Absolutely not. The reason being, ever since I can remember, I always felt out of place when it came to actually eating food. For one, my father is from North Carolina, and of course my mother is from Virginia. But that traditional Southern food, eating basically scraps, but taking it to another level and making them into a delicacy, never sat right with me. Like pig feet, chitlins. I've never had chitlins in a day of my life. I was just done from the way that they smell. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we're not doing this. Yes, I ate chicken. Beef always gave me a hard time when it came to digesting it, that I just got accustomed to just eating it. And hot dogs and so forth, and just all of the foods that we grew up in the 80s and the 90s eating. Also having parents that originated in the South or Southerners and taking those cuisines and we're eating them on an everyday basis. It's so damaging to the mind, body, and spirit. For one, when you are eating plants, and this is my experience, and I know all of my plant life eaters, eat to live, not live to eat, yogis out there understand this. Plants are more easy to digest, period. And the digestion process should not be a long, extended time or period. Why? Because that destroys the immune system as well. It is too stressful on the digestive system. Women should be breaking down food, digesting their food within 18 hours. Men, 24 hours. That is it. You should not still be breaking down food from a week ago. Okay? Period. You should not. Because that definitely causes premature aging. It also causes your body to basically reabsorb the toxins in your body, because now the digestive tract and your waste that needs to be cleansed out of your body is now backed up because of stuff that's still stuck in the digestive tract, and it's not coming through. And then you're not eating enough foods that are rich in fiber or minerals to help you. And I can say this, our ancestors and our parents, yes, they did grow up with Southern foods, but most people back then had gardens and they farmed and they ate off the land. So they definitely were getting some fresh vegetables and fruit, because people had fruit trees in their yards as well, one upon a time ago. That is so foreign. Everybody wants manicure lawns now and rose bushes. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, if I'm going to have some land, I'm going to have me some fruit trees at least, and have a little garden or herb garden of some sort to be eating from the land. And it also helps connect you with yourself and your roots of farming, because that's in our DNA. And we have gotten so far away from that as people that it's causing our health to definitely diminish. And that's why you see so many of us actually, especially melanated dominant people, black and brown people, have a higher rate for having diabetes and cancer, because the foods that we eat. The quickest way to destroy a man is through his diet, because you're killing him spiritually, because his spirit is also suffering as well. And you have to also keep that in mind. So for myself to revert back to eating meat, the answer is absolutely not. I always get asked, well, how about there's a shortage on fruits and vegetables? That's why it's so important for us to know how to grow our own food and eat off the land and know what to eat. And this is why I have created, also with my beautiful sister, a retreat for us to partake on. Is yoga and hiking for life. Hike and yoga for life, baby. Because when you're out there in the elements, you're able to connect. You're also being observant of the trees, but the plants, the mushrooms that you might see, the animals, and all of that communicates with your being and give you downloads and things, and basically unlock who you are truly, so you can get tapped into back to being connected to the earth. We're so far gone from it that this is the reason why you see so many people transcending at early ages. Not just what they eat and not being healthy, but just thought patterns, emotions, suppressed emotions that never get to be released in a harmonious way. Things like that affect you across the board. And we have to remember that as people when we are choosing what kind of foods we want to eat, because everything affects you. Food is consciousness, period. So to answer your question, will I return back to eating meat? The answer is no. I am working my way up to actually get to the point where I am actually don't need food actually to eat. And I know that sounds bizarre and crazy, but it's not. If you think about it, I know everybody's familiar with the scriptures. Jesus, when they said that he went to the mountains and fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. How do you think he did that? Learning how to breathe, prana. Your spirit needs breath, prana, right? The vehicle, prana, that's who we are. So if you learn how to breathe and say different kriyas, as we learn as Kundalini teachers and instructors, I should say, that you chant more kriyas and you do certain type of movements, and that would actually keep you alive, to sustain you. It's the breath. So when you learn how to get everything that you need from the air around you, you don't have to worry about food. See, right now we're just taught that the food is the source. That's our belief system, and we're trained until we tell ourselves another story. We always would stay the same. So with me becoming more conscious, because the food, especially some foods, they provide you with electromagnetic pulses and shock to your nervous system. It keeps you woke. Stay woke. You're not asleep anymore. So you are more aware, you're more conscious, and you feel more alive. And the more that you channel that energy and charge up, everything is just like unstoppable from that point. We could fly. Superpowers. If this video helped you and you know it can help somebody else, make sure you please like, please share, and leave me a comment below. What is your thoughts? I want to hear this conversation about veganism. Have you ever tried to go vegan? Let's talk.